Hi everybody, it's Becky. I just wanted to make another video today because I did complete a 5K this morning. I'm very proud of myself. I just wanted to share with you the experience. I had an argument with my husband last night. We've had quite a few arguments. It usually involves his ex, who I believe is very controlling of him still, and he allows it, and it's created a lot of fights for us because frankly I don't like another woman demanding stuff and yelling at my husband. She still feels entitled to do that and he still allows it, so it's caused some problems with us. But really all I try to do is explain to him how that stuff makes me feel, and he just gets really mad at me. He ended up sleeping in the other room, which was a little bit difficult considering that I had to get up early and go on my 5K today, and he knew that. But unlike in the past, I was actually able to sleep after he left the room. Usually I wouldn't have been able to sleep. And I calmed myself down and I said, I'm going to go to sleep. Tomorrow's an important day for me and I'm going to do it. Well, I got up in the morning and I got ready and he didn't get up at all. And so I went in there and I nudged him a little bit, and I'm wearing my number on my chest and I'm all excited to go to my run, and he barely wakes up and I said, I'm leaving, and he goes, okay. And I just turned around and looked at him and I just went, and then I left. Did I even get a text from him saying, good luck, honey, I love you? Did I see him along the road cheering me on? Was he at the finish line? No. And that hurt. But I will tell you that I have gained so much strength within myself lately that I was not going to let him get me down. I decided that, and I was alone. I did this kind of last minute. I didn't plan it with a friend. If I would have planned ahead of time, maybe I could have had my daughter with me or a friend or someone, but I was okay with doing it alone, but it was kind of lonely. I was there and just kind of standing by myself waiting for things to start and didn't really talk to anybody. I just kind of was finding that within myself. And when the race started, I put my headphones on and the music that motivates me, and it was on. I was just feeling it and just watching all those people in front of me and watching all the people inside of me and just the camaraderie of everybody working toward a cause is amazing. And I was one of the walkers, so I was behind all the runners, but I made sure to position myself right in the front of all the walkers because I wanted to do my best. And I did. I was not only in the front of the line of the walkers, but I ran half of it. And I have trouble with my knee, but it didn't stop me. I was so motivated. I did not want to be at the back of the line, and I wanted to beat the time that I usually walk on the treadmill, and it wasn't, really competitive. It's just something within me. I don't remember ever feeling so alive. I just felt so alive. And I dedicated my first mile to Lucia, Miss Lily's World, because I texted her to get some encouragement because I didn't have it at home. And you helped me a lot, Lucia, and I just want to thank you. And I texted a couple friends from work, and they cheered me on. And got past that first mile. The second mile I dedicated to my sister, who died way back in 1989. And she struggled with her weight all her life. She only lived 25 years, but she went through so much in her body that I just knew she was with me, running with me, cheering me on. I knew she was there, and I dedicated that mile to her. And the cause was all set up by a 20-year-old girl that died of meningitis suddenly. She only died 48 hours after she caught it. And on mile mark 2, there was a picture of her waving at us. And I just couldn't help but have thoughts of her being there with all of us, and thoughts of my sister, because I lost her when she was only 25, and it's been since 1989, but you never get over something like that. And it just inspired me to go more, and I actually started sprinting. I was so inspired when I saw that picture, because I could run for my sister. My sister didn't ever get to do anything like that. My sister didn't get to get married. She didn't get to have children. She didn't get to do anything. And neither did Sierra, the one that this whole cause was started for. That last mile was easy. I was just feeling so good. So alive. I cried half of the race. And I ran half the race. And I wasn't hurting or anything. You know, when I knew that the finish line was coming, I started running, and I saw my time, and it was 42.25. I usually takes me an hour to go 3 miles, and I did 3.1 miles in 42.25. So I'm really proud of that time, being that it's really my first race. I mean, I did a 5K a few months after surgery, which is like 3.5 years ago, and I was still pretty big, and I kind of walked slow, and it was different. This was really important to me because it showed my strength, and I was able to push it because I have been working out every single day. I was able to show myself what I'm made of. And not only do I believe that I can run, I can do anything. You know, I've been telling myself all this time that I can't run because of my knee and stuff. I don't believe it anymore. I saw people running that were crippled. I saw people running that didn't have legs because they had meningitis. I saw people running that were in their 70s, 80s. I saw so many inspiring people that I am never going to tell myself that I can't do something ever again. I will do it. And I'm going to do it again next year, and I'm going to sign up for the next 5K I can find because I loved it. When I got done with my race, I texted my husband my time, and I said, I can't believe I did it, you know. I ran half of it, and I cried half of it, and it was great. He did not reply at all. So I called him, and he answers, and he says, sorry, he has his twins here, and he says, sorry, I'm getting the babies ready, or something like that. And I was like, okay, it would have been nice if you would have wished me luck this morning, and it would have been nice if you could have said congratulations. He has a birthday party to go to for his grandma, and I love his family. I love his grandma, I love his mom. Then I found out that they invited the ex-wife, and sorry, I'm not friends with her. She's about as opposite of me as she can get. She's very irresponsible, very manipulative. But he defends her when I tell him that. When I say all those things, he's like, that's not true. And he won't listen to me. He doesn't have my back. I'm just the wife trying to make myself into this family, and they invite her. You know, we've only been married. It won't even be our first year anniversary until September, but they invite the ex-wife. And so that bothered me, and I didn't want to go because I've had issues with her anyway. We've had fights about her almost every week, and the fact that I heard she was going, it didn't make me want to go. But I was going to go just to support him. But the way he treated me last night and the way he treated me this morning, I was like, why should I go? Why should I rush home and kiss his ass and give up maybe the awards ceremony after the race? There was an awards ceremony. They played videos. There were 2 meningitis survivors that spoke. I didn't want to miss the whole experience. I wanted to do it all. I wanted to see everything, and I wasn't going to give that up. So I told him, I said, the party starts at like 11. Why don't you go ahead of me, since we need to take 2 cars anyway because we don't have a big enough car for all our kids. Go ahead of me, and I'll come when I get home. I'll head out there when I get home. And he's like, what time do you think you'll be here? And I said, I'm not sure. You know, I didn't know for sure. I said, but I'll let you know. I'll meet you up there if it's not too late. And that's all I said. Well, um, I cried and I told him that I really felt bad that he wasn't there to support me and that it would have really been nice if he could have been somewhere along the race cheering me on, but he wasn't. And that really hurt. I saw so many people cheering on their family, and it would have really made me feel good to have that. I didn't. So I left him a voicemail crying, telling him that I felt really alone and it really hurt me. Did he reply and call me? I'm his wife. We're newlyweds. Did he call me back? No. He decided to ignore all of my texts, all of my calls. I don't even know where the party is. It's at some park an hour away from here. So when I got home, I was hoping that he'd still be here. I'm like, maybe he would have waited for me and gone with me, but no, he was gone. And so I called him, and all I got was voicemail. And I said, I'm home. If you'd like me to come, call me back because I don't know where it is. I have the invitation, but it doesn't say what park or the address or anything. So can you call me back if you want me to go and tell me where it is? And he never called back. He never replied to my texts. I called him 2 more times after that. All I get is voicemail. And I don't think I deserve that. In my eyes, I am just a wife telling him how I feel, and in his eyes, I'm just nagging and I'm jealous of the ex-wife. I'm not jealous of the ex-wife. I just want her to have some boundaries. I want her to have a schedule with us, with child care, with child visitation. She changes it every week. Like last night, she was supposed to meet at 5 and just at the last minute makes 7. Child support sheet, at the last minute it'll say, can you go to Western Union and send me money now? You know, and he shouldn't be obligated to like jump every time she wants something, but he does. And it bothers me. I talk to my friends, and I think all of them would feel the same way if it were me. I mean, I've tried to question it. I'm like, am I just a controlling wife? But I don't think so. A lot of women would feel the same way in my shoes, I think. So I'm all alone here. Didn't really get to celebrate with anyone. But I am going to go pick up Sophie pretty soon and have my little girl with me at least. But it was wonderful, guys. If you ever think about what we've been through. My bib number was 285, and I've weighed that at one point in my life, and I couldn't help but think that when I got that number. I was like, I've weighed 285. I weighed 285 when I was 9 months pregnant with Sophie, and I know I probably got heavier than that. My recorded weight right before surgery was 278, but I know I've weighed 285. And to think that I could be in this race, and I could be one of the fastest walkers. I was keeping up with some girls that were fit. They were fit. And I was keeping right up with them. It felt really good. Thank you guys so much. Without this community of people that understand what that means, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know. I don't know where I'd be. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Miss Janie. Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you, Lucia. Oh, you guys are always provide so much wisdom. I'm gonna go. It's a long video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you all so much for being here for me. It means so much to me. I love all of you guys. Take care.